This was an example of walnuts we did, and they had a high electrical conductivity. You could see the salt damage on the picture on the left before we treated them. And just you can see the difference between the canopy and how much space there is, just how much empty space, mainly because of that salt poisoning. They just weren't really healthy. Bringing in the Kiminasi on the one on the right there, we reduced their water usage, which they were floored by almost half. Like that was pretty big. We reduced their soil compaction. They had a very compact, hard soil, and we reduced that compaction. And we increased their yield by 30%. So he was happy with that too, obviously.
And I love that reverse the salt toxicity, 100%.
Say that again, Ken?
Reverse salt toxicity, 100%. That one I found very fascinating.
Yeah, no, and salt is such a huge issue, whether it's built up or it's coming in on reclaimed water or even water now. So
yeah, well, when you have to pump it out of the ground, especially the deeper you go, usually the more salt you pull up with that, it's more sodium. And the problem biologically is when plants have too much sodium, plants need potassium, nitrogen, and phosphorus, right? But if you have sodium, the plant will absorb the sodium molecule as opposed to the potassium molecule. And what salt poisoning really is, more often than not, is a potassium deficiency.
Yep.
And it becomes a real problem unless you're adding a lot of potash to sort of counteract that. It just happens to be that our technology is making the plant more resilient to those stresses and helps allow the plant to absorb what they need without having to